At that point, I feel like we had dealt with financial adversities, COVID, like all these things. So those were like really affected business. This affected me mentally. The original Feed the Chaos design, this one, just got my iPad. Miguel told me about Procreate. Feed the Chaos phrase was just in my head. Like I was just like dealing with a lot of things. Certain gym member was working out, and ironically, I wasn't even here when this happened. Had taken his shirt off, and we have a rule against that. We don't mind if people pose and stuff like that. It's whatever, but we just don't like bare skin on the equipment if we can avoid it. So this person had their shirt off and had got on the equipment. Connor came around and told him to put his shirt on. He got mad, left, went home, brought back every single Work Harder shirt he ever bought. And I had come in between that time to work out, and I was on the cables, or I was doing tricep extensions behind my head, and this guy came in and threw all those shirts in my face, and they hit the floor in front of me and started yelling all kinds of crazy, calling me names, telling people to leave the gym, this, that, and the other, all because someone told him to put his shirt on. It was the next day, I believe. Connor sent me a video, of his car in the parking lot. And that was probably one of the most unexpected things, like, to possibly get. Like, I remember seeing that, and like I couldn't believe that. Like, it felt so surreal. Like, what is going on? And it's like some of the things that were on there are like off the wall. Like, there's a lot of extra things that came behind just the car, and having to deal with the cops and threats after that. Like, it was crazy. That was one of those things I just never expected to be dealing with something like that over a simple gym rule, or much less just a gym period. It like freaked me out to see like what people would do or could do, slashing your tires, like knocking dents and your lights out and riding and then just leaving it. It just flipped something different in my head about the whole concept of running a business. I can go against the financial people who wear suits, things like that. I can go against that, but like that was just another level. And like just the way it affected me mentally. I was kind of watching my back everywhere I went for a bit. I think we all were. Like, you could be waiting outside. With some of the things that were written on the car, there was no reason to say some of the things he said unless there was a reason. As much as it freaked me out, I was just like, all right, this is bigger than me. There's another type of adversity out there coming for what you're trying to do. Like I said, we've dealt with other issues, and I was like, all right, I see like kind of what we're up against here. And there's been, more situations since that. The next one came, and the next one came, and the next one came. And it was like it shifted from like, here's some business threats to here's some mental threats. It made my circle get really small. But the Feed the Chaos was just like in my head. And it was just like I was really in a chaotic time. But I wanted to spend more time drawing and being creative and playing drums and doing all that stuff. I've had the raccoon thing since I was a kid. And it's from my mom. It's from The Kissing Hand. A little raccoon named Chester is going to school for the first day, and his mom kisses his hand so that he always has her with him. My mom would do that, and I just related to the raccoon like very early because of that. And so it's always been like that little character in my head. Like when I would, go to school or be sad, I would picture myself in that situation as the raccoon in the book. And so I've always just related to the raccoon. She still does it. So that's where that kind of came from. But the part that I've always liked about raccoons is you never really know what's going on with them. They can be in a mess one second, they can find their way out of a mess the next, and they kind of just take life as it comes to them, like whatever the situation is. They get to do whatever they want. Of course they're happy. Like they could go play in the trash or climb a tree. Like that'd be fine with me. Maybe not play in the trash, but play my drums. Like chaos for me, like I look at the chaos as just life. Like life in general. Like you never know what you're gonna really get into at times, and situations can turn good or turn bad like very quickly. My favorite thing to tell myself is that it's just making the story better. There's no David without a Goliath. Every battle can eventually be your Goliath in a sense, and you got to choose, like, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to, suffer a little more, push a little more? Like, what do you really want? And I think those little moments where you choose, I'm going to do what I know is best for me, because I know what's best for me is best for other people. And every time you choose those moments, it's like knocking down your little Goliaths and your little things along the way. And the more you feed that chaos, the stronger you get, the easier it is to act in confidence and in what you're doing, so that when things like the situation happen, you can handle it. For me, with Feed the Chaos, I'm playing drums in bands and getting to go to the studio and play, and gotten more opportunities to play with friends. And then I'm running a store, running the gym, have a wife, and balancing all of that. Like, it is chaotic, but at the same time, it's like I think of Feed the Chaos in the sense of feed it because I love it. I love that I have the ability to go do whatever I want, and despite all the bad that's happening, or the tough times around, like, we're still going out and kind of sticking our nose in whatever we feel like we can try. It's like, I think we can do it. You think we can do it? Like, so we go try it, and if it works, it works, and if not, then it'll lead us to our next thing. So it's constantly feeding that urge to go see what's out there, seeing what life has to offer, seeing like what you can get out of it, what you can make out of it. Like, why not go dig in the trash?